Welcome to Organic Awakening. Imagine waking up every day with heavy legs, feeling like every movement requires an enormous effort, and realizing that what once was simple has now become a challenge. At Organic Awakening, we believe in the power of nature and knowledge to transform lives, especially when it comes to maintaining strength and vitality at any age. And today, we bring you a story that proves just that. For many elderly people, muscle weakness is a silent problem that steals independence and limits quality of life. Studies from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy indicate that approximately 30% of people over 70 lose muscle strength each year, increasing their risk of falls and difficulty moving. But here's the good news. Even in old age, you can reclaim your strength. Today, you'll discover the inspiring story of Dr. Takeda, a 102-year-old physician who refused to let aging steal his vitality. When he realized he was losing strength for even the most basic daily activities, he made a bold decision to fight back. What happened next completely changed his life, and could change yours too. Before we dive in, make sure to like and subscribe to Organic Awakening so you never miss life-changing health insights for you and your loved ones. Now let's get started. The story of Dr. Takeda. Dr. Takeda had always been a strong man. As a young medical student, he was used to lifting heavy objects, solving problems on his own, and staying active, whether by running errands for his parents or carrying his younger brother. But as the years went by, something started to change. At first, it was subtle. His steps became slower. He tired more easily when climbing stairs or lifting objects. But over time, he realized this wasn't just temporary fatigue. It was weakness. One morning, as he tried to lift a grocery bag, his hands trembled and his legs faltered. What once felt light now seemed like a challenge. A few days later, he experienced the same struggle when trying to rise from a chair. That's when he knew something was wrong. He decided to see a doctor. Yes, even doctors visit other doctors. After several tests and strength assessments, he received a warning from the specialist. Dr. Takeda, muscle loss in old age is common, but it's not inevitable. If we don't take action now, your mobility could become even more compromised. The good news is that with the right approach, we can reverse this process. These words echoed in his mind. He never imagined that aging alone could threaten his independence. His colleague explained that over the years, the body naturally reduces the production of essential proteins needed for muscle regeneration, a process called sarcopenia. Without proper stimulation, muscles weaken and atrophy, making movement increasingly difficult. But there was a solution. That day, Dr. Takeda decided he would not surrender to weakness. His recovery would require small changes, specific exercises, lifestyle adjustments, and even dietary modifications. He was determined to try. And so, his transformation began. The impact of contrast baths. Habit 1. The shock that awakened his muscles. Before starting any exercise, Dr. Takeda received an unusual recommendation from a physiotherapist. Before pushing your muscles with training, let's wake them up the right way. He suggested contrast baths, a technique that could stimulate circulation, reduce inflammation, and prepare his body to respond. Intrigued, Takeda decided to give it a try. The method was simple. Alternating between hot and cold water on his legs and arms for a few minutes each morning. The warm water helped dilate blood vessels, increasing circulation to the muscles, while the cold water caused the vessels to constrict, reducing inflammation and muscle pain. At first, the sudden temperature changes felt uncomfortable, but within days, he noticed a difference. His muscles felt more active, less stiff, and ready to move. The fatigue he felt upon getting out of bed lessened, and the heaviness in his legs started to fade. Studies from the European Journal of Applied Physiology indicate that contrast baths can improve circulation by up to 35%, reducing inflammation and accelerating muscle recovery, especially in older adults. With this new habit in place, Dr. Takeda felt a real change. His body was no longer as rigid, and he finally felt ready for the next step in his recovery. But there was still something else he needed to adjust to regain his full strength. The ancient strengthening tonic habit. 2. A powerful recipe for recovery. After experiencing the benefits of contrast baths, Dr. Takeda knew he had to go further. His body was responding better, but he felt his muscles needed an extra boost to recover and regain strength. That's when, during a conversation with an old friend who lived in the countryside, he learned about an ancient beverage used for centuries to restore vitality and strengthen the body. My grandfather drank this every day and worked in the fields until he was 90, never losing his strength. This recipe was even used by warriors to recover their muscles after battles, his friend told him. Intrigued, Dr. Takeda decided to try it. The ingredients were simple, but each one had scientifically proven muscle recovery benefits. To prepare this recipe, Dr. Takeda followed his friend's instructions. First, he heated a glass of oat milk without letting it boil. Then, he added a tablespoon of crushed peanuts, an excellent source of protein and healthy fats essential for muscle regeneration. Next, he mixed in a teaspoon of pure cocoa, rich in antioxidants that improve circulation and reduce oxidative stress in the muscles. The following ingredient was powdered ginger, a natural anti-inflammatory that helped reduce muscle pain and speed up recovery. To enhance the effects of the drink, he added a teaspoon of turmeric, which, according to studies from the Journal of Applied, plays a role in tissue regeneration and fights inflammation. Finally, he completed the mixture with a teaspoon of pure honey, a natural source of energy and essential minerals that help maintain endurance and prevent muscle fatigue. He stirred well until he obtained a homogeneous drink and drank it warm every morning, ensuring optimal nutrient absorption. In the first few days, he only felt a slight warmth in his body, but over time, he began to notice real benefits. His energy improved, fatigue decreased, and the feeling of weakness started to fade. Dr. Takeda was surprised to find that his hands felt stronger and that his strength was gradually returning. However, he knew that he needed to complement this recovery with another essential habit. That was when he discovered something that would accelerate his regeneration even further. Muscular Habit 3. The power of deep sleep. After incorporating contrast baths and a restorative drink into his routine, Dr. Takeda began to notice positive changes. However, he still felt that his body wasn't recovering completely. Even after a productive day, he would sometimes wake up with tired muscles and a sense that his body wasn't regenerating as it should. During a new visit to his doctor, he discovered something essential. Dr. Takeda, muscle regeneration mainly occurs while we sleep. During deep sleep, your body releases hormones responsible for muscle reconstruction and strength recovery. But if your sleep isn't deep enough, this recovery will be affected. The doctor explained that the production of growth hormone and testosterone, both essential for maintaining muscle mass, occurs during the deepest phases of sleep. According to research from the National Sleep Foundation, inadequate rest can reduce muscle strength by up to 20% and slow down tissue regeneration. Determined to change this, Dr. Takeda adjusted his nighttime routine. He started avoiding artificial lights before bed, reducing television and phone use. He made it a habit to drink a relaxing infusion of chamomile and lemon balm to help his body relax naturally. Additionally, he adopted a deep breathing ritual, inhaling and exhaling slowly to reduce stress and prepare his body for a deep rest. Within a few days, he noticed the difference. He woke up feeling more rested and revitalized. His strength, which had previously seemed limited, now responded much faster. That's when Dr. Takeda realized that sleep was not just a break, but one of the fundamental pillars for muscle recovery. However, there was still one essential habit he needed to incorporate to completely transform his health and ensure his muscles became even stronger. The secret exercise that reactivated his muscles. Habit. 4. The secret exercise that reactivated his muscles. With contrast baths, a restorative drink, and deep sleep improving his recovery, Dr. Takeda felt he was on the right path. But he knew that to truly strengthen his muscles, he needed proper physical stimulation. That's when, during a conversation with a physiotherapist, he discovered a simple but incredibly effective exercise for older adults who had lost muscle strength: isometric exercise. Dr. Takeda, before attempting any intense exercise, your muscles need to relearn how to hold strength. The secret is in isometry, holding a muscle contraction for a few seconds. This activates muscle fibers and prevents injuries, explained the physiotherapist. Intrigued, Dr. Takeda followed the guidance. The first movement he learned was the wall squat, where he leaned his back against a wall and slightly lowered himself, holding the position for 15 to 30 seconds. In the first few days, he felt some discomfort, but little by little, he noticed his legs becoming stronger. The physiotherapist also taught him a simple exercise for his arms, squeezing a rolled-up towel tightly for a few seconds. This movement helped reactivate hand strength and improve movement control. Studies published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity indicate that isometric exercises are extremely effective for older adults, as they activate deep muscle fibers, improve blood circulation, and strengthen joints without excessive impact. Within a few weeks, Dr. Takeda felt the difference. Getting up from a chair was no longer a struggle. His hands were steadier, and his stability while walking improved significantly. He knew there was still a long way to go, but now he was certain that his muscles were responding. However, there were still 2 essential habits he needed to adopt to ensure his muscle strength continued to improve. Strategic nutrition for strength habit. 5. Strategic nutrition for strength. Despite his progress, Dr. Takeda knew that his muscles still needed more to continue strengthening. During a follow-up consultation, his doctor gave him a crucial piece of advice. Dr. Takeda, to rebuild muscle, your body needs the right building blocks. Protein and the correct nutrients make all the difference in muscle recovery. The doctor explained that as we age, the body has more difficulty synthesizing proteins, making it essential to consume foods rich in essential amino acids. Additionally, maintaining a balance of healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals was crucial for nutrient absorption and faster muscle regeneration. With this in mind, Dr. Takeda started incorporating strategic foods into his daily routine. Eggs, a complete source of protein and leucine, an essential amino acid for muscle growth. Fatty fish, sardines, and salmon. Rich in omega-3s, which reduce inflammation and improve muscle recovery. Beans and lentils, sources of plant-based protein and iron, essential for oxygen transport in muscles. Avocado and olive oil, healthy fats that aid vitamin absorption and protect muscle cells. Bananas and sweet potatoes, natural energy sources, essential for sustaining muscles throughout the day. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that older adults who consume the ideal amount of protein and healthy fats daily can preserve muscle mass and reduce the risk of sarcopenia, muscle loss. After a few weeks of following this strengthened diet, Dr. Takeda noticed a significant boost in his energy and strength. His muscles responded better to exercise, the feeling of weakness decreased even further, and his endurance throughout the day improved dramatically.